All right. If you cannot tell, we're back at school in California. I left Massachusetts yesterday. My winter break ended. It was a nice break. It was a little quick, but it's good to be back in California. I had a nice 8-mile easy run yesterday to wrap up 40 miles on the week. Wrapped up week 3 of marathon training on a 12-week program. Feeling good. So I'm having a little recovery day today. I did a little bit of stretching and kind of yoga earlier because I kind of want to get into that. I need to do some more body work. I really need to get more flexible. But I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit today, just have a little bit of a chat with you guys about some things. Obviously not going to be running today or filming any of that, but next week I will for sure be back at it with the filming and the running and everything. So next week is actually the first day of the next quarter at school. My school uses the quarter system instead of the semester system, so it's a little bit weird, but yeah, first day of the semester quarter tomorrow. Got my first week of classes next week. So I'm sure I'll take you guys through maybe a day in the life or maybe some training. Not entirely sure, but we'll definitely film some stuff next week. Okay, and now I kind of just want to have a little bit of one of those mental health talks that I've been having recently in some of my other videos because they're super important. I enjoy doing them, and I feel like I want to do something today. And obviously I'm not going to be running outside or doing anything, so I feel like this would be a good time right before the new quarter semester starts to kind of talk a little bit about some things. So for the last 2 or so years, I've really kind of turned a blind eye to rest days actually, and I just haven't taken them. Today is the first actual rest day where I'm doing no cardio whatsoever in probably over a year, which is a little weird, a little scary, but I think it's something that I do need to do. And part of the reason that I feel like I haven't been great with rest is because they're harder for me mentally. They've always been more difficult days where I can't go out and do something physical that can distract my mind from whatever's going through it at the time, because the last couple of years where I haven't really been resting, my mind has just been spiraling and spiraling and spinning, and I've been thinking of so many different things, and it's been hard for me to kind of separate from that and kind of distract myself really in a way, because the thoughts that kind of go through my mind just about anything like life and my future, what I'm doing right now, they've really become kind of overpowering and have really impacted me. And one of the best ways I've been able to combat those thoughts has been through training, right? Lifting, cycling, running. And whenever I'm not doing that, my brain's probably thinking about something that's going to stress me out. And that's why I haven't really been great with rest days. And I think I know it's gotten to the point where I've definitely been overtraining and putting my body through way too much. And that's a really unhealthy situation to be in because, for the past year, I've created this habit of doing some sort of a cardio, even if it's 30 minutes every single day. And the longer you go on in these habits, like I've done this for over a year now, the harder it is to break, because it's just becoming even more a part of your routine as time goes on, and something that's just normal and you do. And for many people, doing a bit of cardio each day is probably great, but I feel like for me, I've definitely gotten to the point where I'm just pushing myself way too hard and overexerting myself, and gotten to the point where it's probably worth actually taking a complete day off every week or so. And this is going to be the first day that I'm not really doing any sort of cardio, like I said, for a little over a year now probably. And it feels weird. It definitely feels weird. And when I'm not moving or pushing myself, everything that I've been kind of pushing down, it has more space now to kind of show up in my head. And combining that with kind of being unsure about my future, like I still don't really know what I want to do with my life exactly. And that just makes it feel so much heavier. And the training every day gives me some sort of a structure to kind of break out of that. And rest days, they kind of leave these opportunities, this room in my head for these questions to start arising. And yeah, it's just a difficult position to be in right now, not knowing what I really want to do with my life, because I'm super motivated. I care about things. I want to do something that I love. I want to create something. But I just don't know what. And I just don't have sort of a clear sense of direction yet, which is very, very difficult to come to terms with, especially seeing a lot of people around me being so zoned in and set, and they know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life, and they're working towards it, and they're happy pursuing that. But I always just have felt kind of different in that way, because I don't really know what I want to do with my life. And it's not a good feeling to have, because it just brings on all this extra stress about finding jobs, because I'm going to be behind on all these opportunities, I feel like, and especially in the economy nowadays, in the job market. Like, I'm just super worried and stressed, and maybe I'm overstressing, but at the same time, like, the job market and the economy right now, it's really difficult and at a terrible spot. But I'm just way too stressed about everything. I feel like I overthink everything. And that's something I want to get better at this year, 2026, is just trying to stay in the moment and not think about how my life's going to look a year down the line, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line. And just feeling behind in life without a clear reason is difficult. Like I'm doing the work, I'm doing schoolwork right now, I'm trying to figure things out, but I'm still questioning if it's the right work for me and if I enjoy it or not. And one of the main things I'm looking for right now is just, I want reassurance that I'm on the right path or I'm not on the right path. Because right now I feel like I'm just on this path without knowing if it's the right one for me. And I just wish I had some sense of direction. Now, taking it a little bit back to rest days, I need to learn to sit with uncertainty instead of fighting it. And that ties right into that, because how I've dealt with uncertainty these past couple of years has just been spiking my heart rate and going for a run or lifting weights or riding the bike. And yeah, it's definitely important to have these outlets in your life, but you need to learn to actually fight against them without using the outlet, if you know what I mean. Like, you don't always need the answers to fight these feelings of uncertainty, but you need to just have patience and you need to accept that this is okay. It's normal. A lot of people feel this way, but it's just hard for me to accept that. It's very difficult for some reason, and I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that rest isn't quitting or falling off. Obviously, one rest day I know isn't going to set me back at all. It's probably going to set me forward, in fact, but I've just been kind of driven recently into just doing more and more and more and more. And I need to really accept that rest is kind of part of this process. It's absolutely necessary. And even if it feels unproductive, it's the most productive thing you can probably do. And for me right now, my body hasn't really gotten a break in what feels like forever. So this right here is probably the most productive thing I can do for my body and put myself in the best situation to perform at my highest in my training, in my marathon, in life, everything. So it's just part of the process, and I need to accept that. And also I need to come to terms with the fact that it's okay to change my mind on things. You know, I came into school wanting to be a physical therapist. Then I wanted to be a doctor. Then I decided to pursue trying to be a physician assistant. And now I realize that none of those are right for me. And I've already changed my mind so many times. And I need to learn to know that it's okay to change your mind. And who I wanted to be at, 17 isn't the end all be all, and it's okay and normal to have feelings change. And making such a big decision at 17 years old, like, that just shouldn't be the norm. I feel like you need more time to really properly figure out what is best for you in this world. So I feel like that's probably good for today. I want to end that here. Just knowing that I don't need to have all the answers today. I don't need to have all the answers today or tomorrow or the next day. I just need to take care of myself, and I need to trust the process, and everything in the end will in fact work itself out. And everything happens for a reason, I'm probably going through this time of uncertainty for a reason. I'm going to learn something from this. There's a huge lesson probably being taught here that in the future I'll look back on and be like, wow, you know what? I'm glad I kind of went through this. And that's life, So I think that'll be it for today. A little bit of a different video, but a video I really want to do more. And I just know how important it is to bring these kind of thoughts to some place, even though many people don't do it nowadays. But I'm happy with that. I'm going to definitely post some videos next week. I'm looking forward to that. And hope all of you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.